We're in our ongoing series of why you can't buy a house, part 7, your local zoning department. So a lot of people don't understand, inside a small government, inside your local government, are zoning departments. This is where the basic, land use rules are created inside of whatever town you live in. We'll use, a town next door to me, Hazlet, New Jersey, as an example. So it has a zoning office, and this zoning office sits down and they go over bylaws and basically the master plan of the entire town to figure out how they want this town to function and run and operate. And part of it is land use. And while these things may seem, obviously useful, and there is, some utility to having these things, they become more and more restrictive year over year over year. Did you know if you wanted to build a house just about in any place in New Jersey that you can find the land, you're gonna be required to build on at least a half an acre, and you need to do a minimum of around 2,500 square feet. Gone are the days where our parents and our grandparents could go out, find a slice of land, and go build a 3-bedroom ranch with a garage. Nope, not anymore. Now you need to build one of these giant $2,500 monstrosities. Whether or not you and your family have 5 kids, 0 kids, just you and a cat, whatever it is, you don't have the option to go out and build a little Cape Cod starter house anymore. $225, $250 a square foot is around what new construction is today as we film this the middle of May in 2025. It's a lot of money, and it gets really, really expensive when you start getting into 2,500 and 3,000 square feet. Never mind basements and hardscaping and all the other cool stuff that comes along with it. Oh yeah, don't forget you gotta pay for an architect, holding costs, the construction costs, overruns, you still pay the property taxes on the vacant land, all this other stuff adds up. And what it's doing is knocking the first-time home buyer option of building a small starter house out. You can't do it anymore. So what has to change? Local government. Catch-22 here is you typically cannot be a part of the voting process for these things unless you're a resident of the town that you're voting against any kind of changes or voting for any kind of changes in zoning laws. If you're a renter, yeah, you are a resident and you do have a right to go down there and register and vote for, the people that run your town. So you have a right as a resident of any town to go down to your local voting office, run yourself, who cares, and get some kind of initiative on a ballot to change the zoning requirements in your town. Now, here's the catch-22 on this as well. Once you are a homeowner in a particular town, you're probably not going to be super duper incentivized to change these zoning laws, because what these zoning laws unintentionally or maybe intentionally do is keep property values high by keeping the inventory scarce. Crazy, right? When you are a homeowner in your town and an initiative comes up to build more affordable housing, you're going to probably look at that as a pessimist and say, well, that's going to hurt my property value. I don't think I want that in my town because we just spent a whole bunch of money buying this house. Yes, it does turn into like a repetitive, vicious cycle where housing is needed and the people with the housing don't want the prices coming down on their stuff, which I understand too. I'm more than happy to hear all of your comments down below. Drop what you think is the solution here. The more we talk about this stuff, the more we can get some clarity on how to fix some of these problems happening in our local housing economies.